News Voice is the world's first mobile app that helps you track where your news is coming from. News Voice helps you track what corporate interests might be influencing the narratives in the news you read every day. Arm yourself against corporate media monopolies by downloading the News Voice app for free using the link right underneath this video. During a Senate hearing on Wednesday, Republican Senator Mike Lee, I guess recovered from coronavirus, said fact-checking is a form of censorship. This is one of the guys who loves wearing no mask. He caught coronavirus. He went to a Senate hearing, didn't wear a mask, despite having been diagnosed with the virus just days earlier. Complete, total clown show. On Wednesday, there was a hearing held with the CEOs of Twitter, Facebook, and Google. The topic was Section 230. As you know, Donald Trump has been talking about repeal Section 230. It relates to a legal responsibility to social media companies for the content that's published. But what it led to was a lot of Republicans going mask off, not just literally, but also mask off figuratively. Here's Mike Lee saying, fact checking is a form of censorship.
And when I use the word censor here, I mean block content, fact check, or label content, or demonetize websites.
Fact checking, labeling something not trustworthy, saying something is untrue. It is all censorship to Mike Lee. So let me sort of interpret this for you in realistic terms. When your entire worldview is based on falsehoods and your entire political movement is based on lying to people in order to get them to vote for you, yeah, fact checking is a problem for you, but it's not censorship. If I say, for example, Mike Lee perpetrated the non-existent Bowling Green massacre. Remember when Kellyanne Conway made up the Bowling Green massacre? If I say Mike Lee perpetrated that, if I get fact checked, is that censorship? Of course not. And Ted Cruz at the hearing stated sort of, he started going in the same direction. Really, really dangerous now because you are seeing more and more of the Republican Party push this idea. Republicans don't actually believe in freedom of speech, even though they claim to be the stalwart defenders of the Constitution. They just want to be free to lie to you without anything making it tougher for them to convince you of those lies. And in this case, the Republican Party wants to understand what they're saying, legally force private businesses whose rights normally they defend. They want to force private businesses like Facebook and Twitter to allow them to lie to you with no consequences. I thought they were about deregulating business. I thought they were about getting government out of the business of private industry. So to them, every time someone interrupts their lies with reality, we are infringing on their right to be ignorant of reality. This is the delusional backwards perspective that they bring to the table on this issue. Now, as far as Section 230 is concerned, I don't know. I mean, this is a bigger topic, but if you repeal Section 230, you would probably see at least some of these social media companies be stricter police officers, so to speak, of what is published to their platforms, because they would be more cautious about possibly having consequences themselves about untrue or defamatory information being posted by individuals on their platform. So this is a bigger topic. And you know, after the election, when things hopefully calm down, we'll have actual, maybe intellectual property attorneys on to talk about it. But there's actually a chance that repealing Section 230, which Trump has been talking about, may not be so good for the Republican lies that they are looking to spread unfettered, for lack of a better term. But that's a bigger conversation, which we will certainly have. Let me know your thoughts. I'm on Twitter at @Pakman. Later today, I will be addressing a few. There have been some questions that a lot of people have been asking me. One is, David, you criticize Trump a lot on COVID, but what should Biden have done differently? I will address that. I've been getting messages from people saying, David, election day is it. Why should ballots be counted after election day? Well, if they've been sent by election day, they should be counted. And I will get into that a little bit later today. And I will also take some of your calls via Discord at davidpakman.com/Discord. That's DISCORD. Great program. The last Friday show before the election.